uncensored.
High-dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Great show as always, Darop.
Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show as always.
Great show as always. Thanks.
Great show as always.
Great show as always, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful show, Robert. Thank you so much. It
always gives me pleasure to speak to someone who's got such an insight.
I love the introduction.
Hey, what is show Marawa? But which way to go?
Oh, the save from Kane. The long wait worked. Making him wait has worked. And it's a real advantage to Orlando Pirates.
History repeating itself.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates beating Mamelodi Sundowns again in MTN 8. Via penalty shootout.
Yes.
Is Sipochaine a penalty saver?
Oh, and it's another save! A brilliant save from Sipochaine! Oh!
How do you make a back five when it's a 1-1? What was the use of introducing Primedia? Are you saying now you're defending? You're defending what? 1-1?
Two brilliant saves from Sipochaine. He's at it again.
Every time we've won the first leg, we've qualified to the final. So it means that Stellenbosch we're coming for you.
Now sends Robin Williams the wrong way. They've done it again. They've done it again. Orlando Pirates.
Head off to England now. Swayster Brain joins us. He is the head coach there for the Springbok women.
A double day of history. For the first time since 2010, South Africa's women have a victory at a Rugby World Cup.
We all know how good Brazil are as far as the football is concerned, so beach volleyball. But what about the women's game when it comes to rugby?
They run the ball. They're quick like their soccer. They play an open, fast game. So our job will be to pressure them down and contain them.
LA on for a hat-trick here. It is a worldie from South Africa.
Bruce Davidson, the state of South African tennis in relation to the US Open. Is there any way that we can turn this around?
Tennis South Africa definitely have a plan in action, but they need finance, and I think that's one of the key factors in many of the sporting codes in South Africa.
And James Dolman brings an end to an absorbing contest. Full time in Cape Town. South Africa 30, Australia 22.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
An absorbing weekend of sport all round. The ladies under Swayster Brain really doing it and doing the magic. Rassie and the boys also doing magic on the rugby front down in Cape Town. If you're down in Cape Town with the rain and the weather being what it was, please share those moments. So otherwise, if you were just like us watching it on television, what is it that's still going through your mind? What worries you about the selection that's been made? We'll chat about that with an expert. Ashfaq Mohammed's going to be joining me at about past, so stay tuned to that. Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go! The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Oh, by the way, it is
not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
O'Connor hanging on grimly. Here is Boan Finta. Reinach again. Goes to his left, sees the defence up, goes himself. Not quite with the stretch.
Use the ball!
Finta.
Short!
And then Jesse Creel in with the clean.
Short! Use it!
Yemenetsebeth. Can he put an exclamation mark on the game? Yemenetsebeth with an 8th test try. 135 caps.
On the scoreboard, it was. I don't think we as a group underestimated Australia at all. We said it last week that that first 22 points, I think, put the whole world into a lull with how good they are. We found them extremely difficult to beat. I think like the Lions did in those 2 test matches. And for us, O'Connor did miss 2 fairly vital penalties to be within 7 points, which would have made it really tight the last few minutes. So, after a loss, you lose a little bit of belief. And we won 8 on the trot and then lost one. I think we're now 9 out of 10. But you do lose a little bit of belief. So the big thing for us today was to try and win and not let them get a bonus point. And now we've always had to go to New Zealand and beat them there twice if we want to have any chance. So we're back. We have lock points. They're ahead of us in the lock points. But overall, just happy with the win. Oh, well, if I take last week, I would say a 2-3 the second half. And I would say overall for this game, with the handling, I don't think that was great. But I do think the conditions played a role. I think their back three was fantastic on their side and they're really elusive. So I think a win can be a 6-7. So there's we know there wasn't a perfect performance, but sometimes just getting back onto the horse. And for that, we give the team, because a lot of people tend to think when we lose a game, there's all these massive problems and everybody starts analysing the squads and stuff, which is passionate South African supporters. So I think with the kind of pressure we were under this weekend, for that I'll give the team a 7.
Gives the team a 7 there. South Africa bouncing back with that statement win done in Cape Town. 30 points on the board and a clear message from Rassie Erasmus saying that the Wallabies were never underestimated. So after the collapse though at Ellis Park, good to see the Boks showing grit, a lot of control, touch of redemption even. And Erasmus says that the scoreboard actually pleased the most, but it was the mental reset that mattered the most. Reaction Monday it is tonight. Welcome to the show. Looking forward to how you reacted to many different sports from around the world. If it's golf, if it's tennis, you've been following the US Open, the Proteas, the Bok women, here's something to cheer.
Daarbij de Kochen. Dolf. Tackles aan den zaak. Kajal, good Dolf. Jij. Magos LMG. Roos. Jassa van Rensburg. Guevu. Parker. Maliga. Het Sweralando. Het Sweralando. Het Sweralando, man. Malegalo! Vurpa! Vai vale
Vurpa, you've got to love it, man. That's the Springbok women's coach coming up shortly. Sways the brain, who could not have asked for more, though. What an impressive start to the Women's Rugby World Cup. That campaign, record-breaking, man. 66-6 victory over Brazil. That victory, though, in the opening match pushed the Bok women to the top of Pool D after the first round of the tournament concluded at Franklin's Garden. So Sways was understandably very happy, though, after the 10-try romp handed the South Africans the only try bonus point in Pool D as France fell to score 4 tries in their 24-0 victory over Italy on Saturday.
It's early days. Italy will be a total different opponents. There was nice variation in our play between forwards and backs. We knew when to attack what space at what the right time. But I'm still worried the first half about the breakdown. We lacked in numbers there. Everyone wanted to be the hero. So second half it was much better. But saying that, it's for us to score 10 tries at a world tournament and stop them from scoring 8 try, brilliant defence. So all in all, the scrummings and the lineouts was efficient. So all in all, very happy.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Ukhuluma noSibongile Nomkhwani ngamgaya Matafeni. MTN 8 semi-finals. I think my predictions last week were spot on, Mr. Marawa, when I said a final will be between Stellenbosch and Orlando Pirates. Mamelodi Sundowns let themselves down in both legs, because when you look at both games, go first half, Mamelodi Sundowns, they have every chance to win those 2 games. But congratulations to Orlando Pirates for their fighting spirit. Their never say die attitude they show in both legs. I think on Saturday they show a very, very big fighting spirit amongst them as the players. So I just wish them everything of the best. Go final. And I'm also predicting that the final will be hosted by Moses Mapida Stadium in Durban. Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show as always.
Hey, Smoke Lady, thank you so much indeed. Praising Orlando Pirates. to no end. I think he's praising this. Alright, so Orlando Pirates make it through though, as you hear in the commentary, the excitement, the shot-stopping Sipho Chain, the hero on the day. You know what? Guys, give us a call, 011-883-8947. That's what we do on a Monday. It is Reaction Monday. We give it back to you. Get it off your chest. If you're frustrated, this is the one platform where everybody will hear you, counter-argue with you. But most importantly, if you've seen enough of something, hey, tell me about it.
Good evening, Robert. My Reaction Monday is Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm sorry, but for me, I've seen enough of Miguel Cardoso. If we can do a substitution now, I won't be mad at all. Look, I said this last week after the first leg, and I can see why he's never won the Champions League. I mean, he's never won it with his previous team, and he's definitely not going to win it with Mamelodi Sundowns. And I don't even blame him, to be honest. Ilua Flemingberg. And, you know, we can't even comment much on Mudau. But because we don't know the intricacies of what's happening at Mamelodi Sundowns, but I can bet you anything that Flemingberg is wham bam in the middle of it. I mean, even newcomers now are going to fancy their chances with Mamelodi Sundowns. We're just not dangerous. As Tusi, as Sabisi, clubs are just not scared of us. Clubs are not even going to be looking for a draw, but rather looking for all 3 points at this stage.
Yeah. Okay, says he's seen enough of Cardoso. He says that whatever the plan is that they think they have, the clubs are just not scared of Sundowns anymore. So if you think that voice note is showing a great deal of anger, listen to this.
Mr. Marawa, we've been asking for Fleming to come to the shows, but Fleming's too big, too arrogant, doesn't go to interviews. Now we want Klopi Motsepe. Can you please get Klopi Motsepe? Because Klopi is failing us. Klopi allowed Fleming to fire Rulani. That's where the problem start. Now we want Klopi Motsepe to come and explain to us what's the vision, what are they trying to do. Because now we are slowly becoming Kaizer Chiefs. And the solution is very easy. Bring back our Rulani. That guy was doing a fantastic job for us. Bring back Rulani, that's all.
Sure, catching the strays there, Kaizer Chiefs, saying Sundowns are slowly but surely becoming another Kaizer Chiefs. And he's wanting, demanding, asking for, pleading for the chairman, Klopi Motsepe, to step forward and be heard. What is the plan? Why have they become what they've become? I don't know. You tell me.
Rob, this Mamelodi Sundowns coach, his excuse, Oguti, Pirates, they prepare for pre-season for his cut. Tina Besingeko, hey, about that excuse, young Kwati some more, because the very same Pirates, they were beaten by these two teams. They only have one win in the league. So, what are you saying to us? What are you saying? Don't make excuses, man. Say Sundowns, Yaklula. Be a man. Hey. Robert, if I get chill up, it's Quantile field. Hey, Quantile, hey. We can't be beaten by this team. Now, hey, Bo. Jalo, we MTN, this team is better. Never.
Yeah. Talk about a sign of a man who not only is he angry, he just lost for words. There's nothing that he can say that will stitch up any sense. He is that angry. But he says that they can't be beaten by Pirates all the time. Let me head off now to the White Shangaan in Naturina. White Shangaan, good evening. Adam, how are you?
Good evening, Mr. Rob. How are you, sir?
I'm good. It's just a very fiery start to the show. Very unhappy people here.
No. They should be happy, Mr. Marawa. White Shangaan Naturina, I'd like to say congratulations to Pirates on Jessica Mutaung's birthday. We gifted them our luck and they won. I just heard one of the voice notes. They say Sundowns is becoming like Kaizer Chiefs. No. We love our Kaizer Chiefs. Like I said last time, leave us alone. Congratulations to Pirates. Well done. It was a good game. First time and second game. They fought both teams. But White Shangaan says, Jessica Mutaung, happy birthday. And the luck went to Pagachuchu.
Were you invited to her birthday celebrations?
No. I was watching the game, sir. I wanted to see this Pirates and Sundowns game.
So what do you make of them, though? Because you got a couple of very important games, none other than including the very same Mamelodi Sundowns. So would you say you fear them? You playing them in a couple of days' time?
No, we're playing them on Wednesday. What I wanted them to win so that they're excited. Now I'm worried. It's going to be a tough game on Wednesday. But let they come and we will receive them with open arms and we'll show Pirates. We'll give them a 2-0. Kaizer Chiefs 2, Sundowns 0.
Yo. White Shangaan.
Yeah, bo.
I thank you, sir.
Yeah, bo. What a great show. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And hello to all the listeners of Kaizer Chiefs.
Hello to all the listeners of sport, man. That's how we keep it. Thank you so much indeed. As I said, 011-883-8947. If you want to send us a WhatsApp voice note, do that right now. 060-708-0484. 060-708-0484. Get it off your chest.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
For the best game viewing, you go to Mpumalanga. For the best whale watching, you go to Hermanus. And for the best in investments, go to Nedbank. Earn up to 7.6% interest with a Nedbank Just Invest account and access your funds within 24 hours. For better returns, go with Nedbank. See money differently. Nedbank. We're a licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
What if the car you want is also the car that makes sense? The all-electric Volvo XC40 Recharge. Premium design, now with a practical promise. Guaranteed future value at prime minus 9%. Then you can choose return, keep, or upgrade your Volvo. Available at your nearest dealer. T's and C's apply. Finance is subject to approval. Initiation and monthly service fees apply. Volvo Car Finance, a product of Westbank, a division of Westbank Bank Limited, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider. NCRCP 20.
7 days, 5 million rand. One tournament to rule them all. Lotto Stars Warsaw Win Tournament from Monday 25 August at 9 a.m. Spin your way to the top. Ready to turn your spins into wins? Warsaw. Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Lotto Stars licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
The Samsung Blue Tag sale is your moment to elevate. Get the bespoke AI Family Hub refrigerator with built-in 21.5-inch screen. Now 42,999 Rand. Save 7,000. Keep cool or stay warm with a wind-free 12,000 BTU wall mount aircon. Now 11,499 Rand. Save 2,500. Hurry, sale ends 29 September. Visit Samsung.com, Samsung stores, or any participating retailers. T's and C's apply.
Dear Journal, day 3049 of trying to be an adult. I still haven't bought a recycling bin, so there's a mountain of cans in my kitchen that could collapse at any moment. Anyway, what's that saying about your home being a reflection of your mental state?
Got evicted from the family home? Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's like 570 Rand a month, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
Every day, most of us spend an hour in the food aisle, stressing about what to make for dinner. That's 29,200 hours of your life spent shopping and deliberating over what's for dinner. Why not trade that internal drama for watching a little on-screen drama? or whatever else you want to do. And let You Cook handle dinner. Delivered, prepped, and ready to cook. So, choose You Cook and take back some me time. Visit youcook.co.za to find out how.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
A double day of history. For the first time since 2010, South Africa's women have a victory at a Rugby World Cup.
Head off to England now. Swayze the Brain joins us. He is the head coach there for the Springbok women. I know you're under pressure that side, but we could not wish you everything of the best. How have things been?
So the whole vibe, the World Cup for women's rugby right in Women's Month is just something else, and I'm so blessed to be part of it.
How important is it to start the World Cup with a statement performance?
In fact, the last couple of weeks is just the focus all on Brazil. That's in our minds, and we're not even thinking ahead.
And then on the inside ball for Nadine Roos to open the account of South Africa at Rugby World Cup 2025.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. It's your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. Hashtag MSW.
And this is why Abire Eze has completed his move to Arsenal from Crystal Palace. Abire Eze back at a place that he left as a teenager. And even when they aren't playing Spurs, Arsenal are still haunting Spurs by snatching him from under the noses of their neighbours. He was shown the door by Arsenal as a teenager. Now he is back with that number 10 on his back. Matt Upson alongside me. Matt, some welcome for Abire Eze.
Well, smile says it all, doesn't it? And why shouldn't he be smiling? Like you say, coming back to a club that he really loved as a boy. He's been away, he's had his football education, and now he's back to deliver that at this football club.
Well, imagine if he scores, and when he scores, this is the reception for just walking out onto the pitch here at the Emirates. He was not involved, though, today. Hasn't signed in time, but look at him. He cannot wait.
I mean, what a welcome, hey? What a welcome for the new jersey number 10 at the Emirates Stadium. Abire Eze, given that hero's welcome. He was not even playing, guys. He was just wearing his number 10 jersey and wearing a pair of jeans.
Good evening, Miss Marawa. Good evening to the shareholders of this wonderful show. Miss Marawa, just a quick one. I'm so happy with how my team in the EPL has now started this season. I just hope with the new additions, this time we are going to go over the line, because it's so painful to be called bridesmaid 3 seasons in a row. So I hope this year it's going to be our hair. Then secondly, Ms. Marawa, I don't know if someone can really school us on this issue of contracts, because it seems like we are having so many problems in the EPL. It's like it's fighting his club, Newcastle, here locally. Sundowns is having challenges with 2 of their best players. I don't know really. Does it mean that if a player is on contract, then the player has no right to choose to move to another club? I'm not sure about how these laws are applied, but I think players as employees must have a bit of freedom, or regardless of the fact that they have a contract, to decide that, no, I want to move base and go to another club. Thank you, Ms. Marawa. Edgar from Pulwan.
Thanks, Edgar. I suppose nobody will be chicken man playing against you. Let's go to Alfie in Pretoria. Alfie, good evening.
Evening, Mr. Marawa. I'm going to be I'm going to nip it in the bud. I hope it doesn't leave a pimple. I want to congratulate Pirates. It hurts when you are hosting, but you're dominated by the host. Their spectators were fantastic. They got there, they're outnumbered again. The Sundowns fans who are couch potatoes, who sit and criticize at home and never come to the stadium. But what worries me, again, is the fact that I just don't understand the thinking of the coach. You have a player like Shalulile. I don't know what personal beef they've got against each other, but he scored for you during the week in Polokwane, and then you put him on the bench. And then after that, you still substitute with 2 defenders. I saw Lebusa coming in. I saw Mudiba coming in. Then I saw Mutiba, the one that the 12 striker that they've just bought. I've never understood that. The question also of Basedin. Why spend so much money and still put him in the grandstands? I fail to honestly understand that. Sundowns is not a bad team overnight. They've won the league 8 times. And their supporters are frustrated by the fact that there is so much drama off field that it's affecting the players now. The issue of Mudau, I believe that before Club World Cup, all those small things could have been solved before that, because their values, if they played well, was always going to go up. I don't want to touch too much into Ribeiro stuff, because obviously the management knows what they're doing and what's going to happen. But that's basically what has frustrated me. Thanks for your time, sir.
While you're on the line, Alfie, just listen to this. I'm not going to play the entire clip, but it gives you the side of the coach in terms of what he had to say earlier, just straight after the game, in fact.
You know how many weeks of preparation has Orlando Pirates? Do you have any idea? No. I'm asking you. If you have any idea, how many weeks of preparation has Orlando Pirates?
I'm not sure. You tell me.
Yeah, but you should take a look. Do you know how many matches has already Orlando Pirates played?
So is it the fact that you were in Polokwane? Maybe.
I'm gonna explain. The fact is that everybody expected that because of the fact that we didn't line up some players on Wednesday, today we would be much stronger. And that would be shown throughout the match in terms of physical demand on the match. The question is that we tried, my players, they tried. But also it's clear that we saw on the pitch an abnormal number of mistakes on simple passing.
All right, I'll clip it there. You get the idea. I mean, he's talking here saying that he blames fatigue and limited preparation time.
That's a coach that's under fire, Mr. Marawa. And you cannot associate yourself with the likes of Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund and then complain, because those players get paid to play. And also, those players in overseas, they play close to about 70 games, which includes for us, KEF. So this is the coach that I don't understand even why they're still keeping him, because the Rulanis, the Manwabas, they were quick to be fired. I'm actually starting to think that Flemingberg is actually racist, because he was so quick to get rid of all the black coaches who are local coaches who understand these boys than this coach.
Sure. Alfie, thank you so much, man. Sure. I mean, how do you respond to that? Please help us. Alfie has said a mouthful. Richard and Proteas Land, good evening.
Good evening, Robert. How are you?
I'm very good, man. It's Reaction Monday, and just judging by the atmosphere here, yes, the good is very good, which is the Springboks and obviously our women that are doing very well on the rugby front. But man, come to MTN8, it's boiling hot. What are you throwing on the table?
That's what I want to talk about. And good evening to all the Buccaneers out there. Robert, if you can go to my Facebook page, last week Saturday on the first leg, when Sundowns we were playing it in another stadium, I posted on my Facebook page, and it was still 1-0. Sundowns we were still leading. And then I said on my page that no matter what, I don't care about the results. Today's results or the second leg results, what I know is that Pirates is going to the final.
Why?
Because of the confidence. I know when it comes to Pirates, you can beat us on playing the league, but it comes to the cups or trophies, I don't take chances. Not Pirates, maybe other teams. I posted before the game ended. Sundowns was still leading 1-0. I said I don't care about the results of today. Even next week, the second leg one at Pretoria second leg. What I know is that Pirates is going to play final this season again.
Okay, I don't want to ask you for lots of numbers, but who's going to win the final and by how much?
You didn't have to ask that one. It's Pirates, obviously, and you are going to win 2-0 this time. I'll come back on Monday again.
Please, just remind me what your Facebook page is. I mean, you've spoken about it quite a bit, so I want to go there.
Richard Munyai. Richard Munyai.
Okay, we're all heading that way. Richard, thank you so much indeed. All the way from Proteas Land, he's broken it down to us. That's the very famous Facebook page that he does have. But please send me those WhatsApp voice notes. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the honesty. And that's why I'm heading down to Cape Town now to look at the finer part of this weekend, a part that was really exciting, maybe a bit nervy at times to watch, though, because the weekend was nothing short of explosive, though, in the world of rugby. I mean, the Springbok women kicked off their World Cup journey with fire and determination. We all saw that. They played against Brazil at Franklin's Gardens, while the Bok men, well, they locked horns with their old foes, Australia. That clash packed with great drama as well. Grit, green and gold pride. It was all over the place. And tonight, let's try and break it down. Ashraf Mohammed joins me all the way down in Cape Town, sports analyst, no stranger to the show. Ashraf, good to speak to you, man. Welcome.
Hey, good evening, Rob. Thanks for having me.
I won't say we're going to start off on a controversial note, but when one player has to be withdrawn en route to New Zealand, Sades is back in the spotlight again. What can you tell us? Because this happened this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate situation where the tight head prop Asinati in Klabakanye wasn't able to be part of the touring squad for the trip to New Zealand because of an adverse analytical finding. But of course, he has pleaded his innocence, and SA Rugby were very clear in this statement that it wasn't a performance-enhancing substance at all, and that he has abided with the whole process and spoken openly to the authorities about this. And the substance that he had taken was cleared by a physician that clears such things for professional rugby players, and they have been kept abreast of everything throughout the process. So he's awaiting now, I would imagine, a B sample or another finding from Sades, but he maintains his innocence, and it was certainly not a case of trying to get an unfair advantage at all.
Ashraf, I think just clearly from what you're saying, then SA Rugby took the right decision, leaving him out so that you avoid media scrums and everybody throwing this issue at the coach.
Yeah, it would have been a very difficult situation for him and the whole team if he had not gone to New Zealand because, the Kiwis, they love their rugby. They try and find any edge, on or off the field to help the All Blacks. And that certainly would have been the major talking point instead of the rugby if Asinati had gone on tour. Of course, it was very unfortunate for him. He would have loved to have faced the All Blacks in New Zealand. That's the ultimate for any South African rugby player and Springbok player. So that's a real pity in that regard. But in terms of for the man himself and for the team, it was the right decision because can you imagine the scrutiny everybody would have received over there when it seems as if it was a really a case of some mysterious thing that's been found in this test, and hopefully it can get to the bottom of it because it seems like he's innocent in this thing. But we have to wait for the final decision there.
No, absolutely. I mean, he's an exciting prop forward there, Asinati Ntlabaganye, providing that adverse analytical finding as spelled out here by Ashraf Mohammed. Let's touch on the game where you were at. Nice and cold there. See, everyone was wearing their polo necks and jackets, looking more Eskimo types, but not a freezing type of game. Maybe emotional at times, maybe at times we didn't know which way it was going to swing, but we were quite consistent in areas where we lacked maybe last week.
Yeah, you see, Rob, the first thing was to get a win after what happened the previous week. I think another defeat to the Wallabies in South Africa would have spelled disaster. Even though I still felt, even with the first test, as much as things really went pear-shaped after the great opening 20 minutes, I think there was a bit of an overreaction because people tend to now, because of the final result, tend to forget what actually happened in those first 20 minutes where in Johannesburg, where the Springboks played some unbelievable rugby and scored a number of great tries. I mean, Kirtley Arends are going over there, Mani Lubbock calling the shots, throwing some wonderful passes everywhere, and they were going great guns. So it was a real pity that they sort of almost stopped playing. I don't know if they ran out of steam or what happened at Ellis Park. But after that result, it's almost like you have to win the next game no matter what. So at least they managed to do that, and it wasn't pretty at times. At Cape Town Stadium, the box wasn't that smooth, well-oiled machine that we've come accustomed to. But they got the job done in terms of cutting down the errors, just playing within themselves a bit with Andre Pollard kicking the goals there and just being a steady hand, and the forwards getting stuck in as well, although they also weren't quite dominant. I don't think that they got enough scrum dominance or got their line-out more going. But overall, in terms of a victory and getting back on the horse and being back in the rugby championship, that was the main goal for Rassie Erasmus.
I love the analogy about the horse, though, saying that it was far from perfect performance, but sometimes just getting back on that horse is the most important thing to do. You're 100% correct about Pollard, in fact, reaching wonderful records of 800 points there in the test region, 6 out of 6. But you also saw how important kicking can be. But if it goes wrong for your opponent, maybe we celebrate, because had it gone the other way with James O'Connor, the finish might have been that much more tighter.
Oh yeah, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a runaway victory, and it doesn't mean now the Boks are now perfect again, and yes, they are world champions, but in terms of their current performance, there are still a number of questions that Rassie Erasmus needs to find answers for. The loose trio was again an issue. Captain Sia Kolisi not there, Peter Sef Tutoy was out, Jasper Wiese still suspended, so the guys who came in tried hard, but Kwagga Smith plays his heart out there, but we know, he has certain limitations that doesn't really make him an ideal test number 8. He's more of a guy who comes on off the bench, impact player, and is perhaps, if he has to start, is better suited to playing open side flank. But it's almost like that's all that the Boks had on the day, and they had to make do, and they got the job done. But there's still a number of selection issues in that loose trio. Jasper Wiese is set to be available again for selection for the second All Black test. But now they're going on tour, and there's still no Evan Roos, and it's not just people in Cape Town. Whenever Evan Roos's name comes up, then they say, "Oh, just a storm of supporters crying again." But we forget that in the first season of URC, he was a South African Player of the Season in the entire URC, and he really hasn't had a proper run at number 8 for the Boks, I feel. So that is one of the questions as well. Cobus Wiese from the Bulls not getting an opportunity, and now he's not part of the squad for the tour to New Zealand as well. Just some of those guys that could have added real grunt to the Bok effort, particularly in the ball carrying, where I felt that they were a bit light. Someone like Franco Mostert, who's normally number 5 lock, playing number 7. Marco van Saade, open side flank, smallish guy. As hard as he tried, he's just not quite the same as a big number 8 or a ball carrying number 8, and same with Kwagga Smith. With an attack as well, Mani Labok was made a scapegoat in some quarters for that defeat in the first test. But I actually felt he was outstanding. Yes, he threw that one pass that was intercepted. But for me, I know I don't want to go. We're still going to chat about the New Zealand tour. But for me, he's still the first choice fly off to face the All Blacks.
No, absolutely. I think he provides something that many players don't. He'll make mistakes. Yes, will he kick 100%? Half the time, no. But do we judge him on one over the other or the overall play? That will always be a major debate. Let me squeeze in one thing here because of time, Ashfaq, and just for today, you and I are going to be chatting rugby moving forward. Franklin's Gardens, how we played against the Brazilians, Swester Brains, main cast, how do they perform?
The ladies were fantastic, Rob. To score all those tries, 66 points. I don't know if there's any meaning in a 66 scoreline there. Brazil kicking 2 penalties there, but certainly, the Boks really, the Bok women really warmed our hearts. Aseza Hele, that number 8. The Springbok men can take a leaf out of Aseza Hele's book as a number 8. She was so direct, and she scored a hat-trick of tries. But just her ball carrying, I've been watching the Bok women for a number of years now, and to see their growth and development is wonderful to see. But Aseza Hele, always a stand-up player, and she made it count on the biggest stage in women's rugby at the World Cup, getting a hat-trick. And the way the Bok women were so methodical in how they went about dispatching Brazil. Yes, Brazil's not one of the stronger teams, and it was a big score, almost like a cricket score. But, that bodes well for the next few games in the pool for the Bok women.
All right, follow him on social media platforms there. Ashfaq Mohammed down in Cape Town, sports analyst. As always, Ashfaq, thank you so much, man.
Cheers. Thanks, Rob.
Appreciate it. Any rugby-related comments to add on to what Ashfaq has said, please get in touch with us, 060 708 0484.
#MSW Live.
Now.
on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Hobby is a great new way to buy or sell your car. Hobby will make your day, ain't no other way. Come to us, so we'll come to you. Our team's colors are yellow and black. Quick, efficient, fair, that's where we at. Whatever you want, whatever you need, we've got the car for you. Hobby, soon we'll be #1.
Buy or sell your car today. Visit cubbycars.co.za.
Hello, nice. Dim the lights and put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because this season is the ultimate pleasure ride. Nandi and Jacob, fatal attraction. Secrets, lies, mystery, and seduction. Now that's the type of guilty pleasure we like. On Fatal Seduction Season 2, now playing on Netflix. Basic plan from 99 a month. T's and C's apply.
Hi. I need balloons.
Sure.
Now, my dog barked. Pretty sure he said party.
Okay.
He was like...
At the Crazy Store, you'll find every excuse to celebrate.
Hi, me again. My houseplant survived another week. Where's your confetti?
And everything you need. Helium, gift wrap, dress up, and more. The Crazy Store. Hey, you never know what you might find. To have a good party.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Whether it's a sun-soaked beach escape, adventure-packed tour, or luxury cruise, Flight Centre is your go-to for travel. From flights and hotels to tours and cruises, we've got it all. Plus travel insurance for peace of mind. If you want the best deals, you can save more by taking advantage of our Bundle Plus Save offer. Plan your trip today at your nearest Flight Centre store or visit flightcentre.co.za. Flight Centre, your centre for travel.
Between school runs, meetings, and errands, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Allergies? Not today. Texa Allergy helps you stay alert and clear-headed. No drowsiness, just pure relief. Be your best with Texa Allergy, the #1 non-drowsy antihistamine in South Africa. Whether you're a mom or a busy professional, Texa keeps you on your game all day long. Don't wait. Head to your nearest pharmacy today. Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Spar brings you super savings. Get 2 kg Tastic long grain, parboiled, brown or soft absorbing rice assorted for $34.99. Save R10 with Spar rewards. Or 2 litre Spar sunflower or canola oil for $69.99 with Spar rewards. Plus, you could win your share of R6 million in instant cash. Prices valid until 7 September 2025 while stocks last. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Bruce Davidson, what makes the US Open so unique now when you compare it to other Grand Slams?
Well, first of all, it's the richest ever tennis event in history this year. $90 million is the total prize money purse. It's the largest purse in tennis history, $5 million for the singles winners, men and women. And then what makes it very special is, I think, the New York City brashness, the biggest stadium court in the world, the Arthur Ashe Stadium, the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center holds the most spectators of any Grand Slam at one single time. And just that New York loudness, brashness, just makes it a unique Grand Slam. I can't compare it to any other.
#MSW. #MSW.
All right, let's not forget as well tonight, a very massive game. Newcastle fans, how are you feeling? A certain player who's been playing and been sung all over the grandstands in the past might be shifting across to Liverpool. So Liverpool say, hey, we're going to come visit you.
Not your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday. #MSW.
Good evening, Rob and my shareholders, MSW. Unlike others, let me say well done to Orlando Pirates. They were the best team on the day and we lost to a best team. I wouldn't like to dwell much on what is happening at Sundowns. All I can say is that since I started supporting Sundowns, they've always done the best in order to make us happy as supporters. And I can assure you, even now, they will do the best to make us happy. Thanks, Rob. It's Petros from Epiloke in Pumana.
Oh, evening, Rob. Evening. It's Lazi. Quick one, Rob. I think the Mamelodi Sundowns coach, I don't know his relationship with this Matthews boy, because I think it looks as if he's going to make him lose the job. I'm not saying Matthews is not good. He's a good player, but the way things are going and the way he continues to perform, not so good. I'm wondering if ever the Mamelodi Sundowns coach will finish the season, but I don't see it happening. Seriously, I don't see it happening. How do you bench Shalulile and keep on playing Matthews, who keeps on missing sitters? I mean, that's surprising. That's seriously surprising. Yeah, unless if there's something that maybe we don't know that's happening between Shalulile and the coach. Thanks, Rob.
Evening, Rob. I think Coach Wadu is a wise man in reconsidering his mission, starting the last 3 games of Pirates with the spine of Ribeiro's team, Uchaine, Mbokazi, Mbata, and Mohopa. Meanwhile, the looming uncertainties at Sundowns are weakening the team. Coach Rulani was heavily criticized on his utterances about Empire's dilapidating bit by bit, but it looks like the issues relating to Ribeiro, Shasha, and Modau are just the tip of an iceberg at Chlorkop. Rob, if you look at recent departures of Andisiwe Mkoyi, the DDC assistant coach Pupu, the analyst who went to Chuba United, and the coaching restructure at the academy and the DDC team, which saw David Notwani being replaced by Umaken Manzini as the DDC coach. These are the strategic technical matters which I believe are being driven from the SD's office. And I think a weaker Sundowns has a ripple effect on Bafana, and I think it's high time the board takes back control of the club as soon as possible to save this club from collapsing further. Thank you so much, Tebogoye.
Hey, Tebogo, thank you so much indeed. And as you can hear, guys, I mean, people are not mincing their words. These are serious football lovers. These are serious sports lovers. And they're saying that they need to rein in the club, before things fall apart. How long does it take for it to fall apart? Decisions that are being made that make no football sense is basically what we're getting here. And trust me, on a Monday, on Reaction Monday, people don't, they don't mince their words.
Good afternoon to you, Rob. Good afternoon to your listeners. I'm Zilai Deben. Robert, it's a Reaction Monday today. It was a very disappointing result all over the world. Going to England, Man City, they disappoint us. And coming back to Belgium, Kilotis, they did the same thing, disappoint us. And coming back to Romania, FCP, they did the same thing, but it's a part of football. Coming back home, Robert, Orlando Pirates against Mamelodi Sundowns, the game was very good. Perfect game, good game of football to watch. And also, Robert, I want to mention that people have to stop making noise for nothing. Said Orlando Pirates, they put something on the pitch. It's a part of the game, Robert. It's a mind games. Who don't know that? It's a mind games. But of my team, they play very well on the Pirates. They play very well. They deserve to go to the final. And they'll hope it's going to be a good game of final against Stellenbosch. Nice show, Robert. Thanks very much. Bye.
Appreciate it, man. Opta Jabba was just reminding me, taking me back to a couple of games where Pirates, the head-to-head. Here I see from 2011, Pirates won. 2011, MTN 8, Pirates won. 2014, I can basically say it was only in 2021. He reminds me that in the head-to-heads, it was Sundowns that won. So if you want to break it down to that, then that's exactly what it comes down to.
Good evening, Rob. Normally, I don't comment. I only listen to your show. But today, I would like to say something. Our Paganias, they made us proud. And that goalkeeper of ours, Sipo China, is it Sipo China? He reminds me of Senzo Meyiwa, like the way he's defending, the way he's protecting the balls from not going through. Like, he takes me back to Senzo Meyiwa. Well done, my backs, up the backs.
Yeah, Sipo Chain. That's the surname, Sipo Chain. Yeah, what a performance, man. Goalkeeper of the season.
Hi, bro, Rob. Hopefully you had a good weekend. MTN 8 final, it's set. Yes, I know they will say a neutral venue. Can it please not go to Moses Mabhida? I think this monopoly now needs to be broken. Can we have an alternative venue to Moses Mabhida? I mean, both teams can play at Pitamokaba. It's another alternative venue. FNB, both teams can play at FNB. I think we need now an alternative venue apart from Moses Mabhida. Thanks, bro, Rob.
I fully agree. I mean, Cape Town's there. Down in Gqeberha, you got the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium is also there. Can produce. You look at the pitch over there. Immaculate.
Rob, hey, how are you doing? We're speaking to Mzokonem Tutuze, Ketorichem Kambatin. Rob, I was impressed with what I saw this weekend. Parrot won against Sundowns. And Robert, there's something that we tend not to forget, Robert, not to like. You see, whatever that Team Sugazi is doing, let us praise him, Robert. If you were to look at the players that he has produced and sold to all these big teams, Robert, even overseas, Robert, he has produced so many good players, Robert. Look at Sibelebile now. Look at how he is playing. Look at that guy. Yeah, Robert, he's doing a wonderful job. He knows his stuff. The moment when he bought that team and then named it TS Galaxy, so many people said so many things negative about him. Look at him now. Look at him now, Robert. Thank you so much for the wonderful show, Robert. Yeah, as always, Rob. Thanks.
Yeah, Tim Sugazi is smiling in his car as he's driving, hearing those words, and I don't disagree. Tim is a football person. He is a fully fledged football person. I mean, he goes to tournaments that you and I would never even dream of going to watch. Him personally, not sending scouts, he would be there looking out for who is the next best thing, and he simply goes for them. He's been signing a whole plethora of players in the past week or so.
Good evening, Rob. LG from Bloemfontein. Good show as always. Rob, I don't know who can you invite to your studios there and to explain exactly why are we being subjected to such a poor pitch conditions throughout the PSL. Every weekend, we can't watch proper flowing football because the pitch conditions are just utterly disappointing.
They're terrible. They're terrible. You got to call it what it is. But the answer will be the same. They'll say there's no stadium ownership. The clubs don't own the stadium, so it's going to be a municipality issue. So talk to the municipality. They'll give you the answers. That's been the stock standard approach and response. And yeah, I can even lay down my toe and say, take it for all that it's going to go for. But I can tell you the standard answer would be about ownership. It will be about the fact that they don't take charge. And as I've said, I've mentioned the stadia before, that whether it is winter or summer or anything else, the groundsman will do what groundsmen do, which is to keep that particular ground in tip-top shape.
Good evening, good evening. Hey, Mr. Marawa, okay, Parrot beat Sundown. I am worried about this thing. What does the chairman of the PSL say about this moody thing that Parrot is practicing on the poles, in the pitch? This is disgusting, man. Please, man, can you please play this voice note? I just want to hear the people out there, what are they saying about this thing that Parrot is doing? The public are watching. I mean, this is a disgrace. Joseph Odin, social.
Yeah, I think it's not the first time the issue of the Muti and the Muti men publicly being portrayed on television and in the grounds, and nothing happens. You know, is that an issue for the PSL? I know, half the time there's no response, but if there is, and we can send you the voice note coming through again on the show, is that fine? Is it allowed? What's your take, Premier Soccer League?
I love Absalom Wadu. Wadu is the bravest coach after Rudy Kroll. I love a coach who is not scared to substitute or rotate the team. We have more than 40 players. We bought plus minus 12 players at Pirates for this season only. And we all know that at Orlando Pirates, Dr. Ivan Koza buys the players. Let us support Wadu. Please, Mapakania, please.
Says, please support Wadu, because he says now he is more than confident that Orlando Pirates are on to something great. Tsepiso's on the line. Tsepiso, good evening.
Good evening, Rob. I'm going to be very quick. I know we're pressed for time. Rob, I'm very concerned about Miguel Cardoso, and I didn't want to call in, but what made me to call you was the clip you played of him. He has been saying the entire season that he wants to trim the squad, he wants a smaller squad, he can't manage with a big squad. However, over the years, we've known that a bigger squad has assisted Mamelodi Sundowns in seeing the league fixtures through. Whether we spoke about fatigue and everything else, we managed because of a big squad. Pizo Mitsimane said, if we now run the same race as Mamelodi Sundowns, we're participating. Last season, Coach Mangova said the same thing. He said the Orlando Pirates want to compete, but let's see if they'll compete with Sundowns based on the number of competitions and whatever they're competing in. Right now, we've released 12 players, and we can't be complaining about fatigue and what Orlando Pirates are doing. It's only how many games into a season?
You're not buying that. You're not buying the FIFA Club World Cup story. You're not buying the fact that the squad needs to be expanded. There's fatigue and all of these issues just at the start.
It's August.
Yeah.
Transfer window still open.
Listen to this as well, Tipis. Listen to this as well.
What is quite tricky, very difficult. We know that everybody would like us to give 3-0 to Orlando Pirates from the fans of Sundowns. I also would like to play with more freedom, see the players more agile, more quick, more reactive, more unpredictable. But it's not like that. But what we saw on the pitch was a game plan from our part that was clear. We knew how Orlando Pirates would aggress us. We coped with this, the way of playing, the style of play is very clear, not easy to control. We had to extend our defensive line so that we could arrive on both sides, so that we could control the aggression by the outside with these diagonals. We had to put our men in the front to run a lot, to press the center backs. And I think we saw that. But then with the ball, we could not find the dynamic of movements that we needed to be more affirmative, let's say, to take the game more in control as we like to escape more from the duels. And that was the credit of Orlando Pirates also. So that's why I say that it's fair. Both matches, I think the teams had different moments. I think both results as draws are fair enough. I take it with sportsmanship. And then penalties can fall for one side is a moment of inspiration or from mostly the goalkeepers.
All right, Denta says that on Twitter, for me, Sundowns fans have gone overboard considering the joy that their team has given them in the past decade. This kind of things was going to happen, but it doesn't mean that they must not give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, so that's how we conclude a very, very emotional Monday today, the 25th of August, 2025. Thank you so much indeed for being part of the journey, part of the ride. This has been Marawa Sports Worldwide. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Play the game again. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets. #MSW. Live now on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM and Soweto Live. At the same time. #MSW.